So different types of animation and their pros and cons. So today we're tackling stop motion. I love stop motion. I started out as a stop motion animator as a kid, and if you can move an object, take a picture, move it again, you can start building up the images to create the movement for stop motion. It's very, very accessible for kids. But when you get to a professional level, you're then needing to build characters that have got armatures in them. So ball and socket joint skeletons that go inside those characters. So the fabrication costs of stop motion characters can be quite expensive. To do stop motion for character-based animation, you've got sets, you've got props and things like that. These things are going to be very expensive. The flip side is there's not huge amounts of people making stop motion, and that means that if you are commissioning a project that's got stop motion involved, it's going to be very, very unique, and it's going to stand out against a lot of other kinds of animations that you could come up against. Those are some of the pros and cons. It's expensive, but it's going to be very, very unique, and it's going to stand out. It does take a fair amount of time, but then again, so does a lot of animation. So I wouldn't say the time factor is necessarily the only thing that should be prohibitive, but I will say stop motion does take a particular amount of time to do. There's a huge amount of planning involved before you even get to shooting. So that's just something to have in mind before you go ahead with any kind of stop motion project. So I'm going to do a little bit more about some of the other types of animation and why you should particularly try and go for one of those forms and what some of the drawbacks would be. So keep following for more.